Hello, everybody. Today we're doing this wonderful thing called renewal. Not just is it renewal, everyone, it's purification. So often, and this is part of the reason why we're cleansing and why we're purifying, because so often, do you know what happens? We land up inadvertently, unconsciously, and unwittingly becoming cynical. And the reason that we do that is because we hold these beliefs that say, well, in the past, this is what happened. I was talking to a friend today about dieting, and there is this mindset that says, well, this is how diets are for me. And, therefore, based on my past, this is how it's going to be moving forward. You can have the same kind of cynicism about a relationship. Well, this is how friendships always work out for me based on the past. So we keep drawing from the memory of pain. We keep drawing from the memory of struggle. We keep drawing from the memory of failure. We keep drawing from the memory of the ego, because whose memory is that? That's the ego's memory, right? So it's absolutely imperative that you allow yourself to actually come into the newness that's going to be presented to you today. Renewal, purification is about being in the unknown. And of course, we cannot enter the unknown without first addressing that although your mind is going to hear that word, isn't that lovely? Right? Wonderful. We're going to the unknown, everyone. Mind is going to go, beautiful thing. But subconsciously, the moment unknown is spoken of, the ego's already putting the brakes on. The mind is going to start chattering and distracting. Why? Why? Because in the unknown, first of all, the ego is not in control. And in order to be in the unknown, there is only one aspect of you that can navigate that space. It's not the ego, it's the true self. The true self is the you that navigates the unknown. And in the unknown, you navigate the true self. Why is that? Because you don't yet know the true self. Just reverse, just rewind. What did I say? You don't yet know the true self. And a lot of you are going to limit yourself right here and right now. And I want you not to do it. Do you know what the limitation is going to be? And let me know if you've already done this. No, Kerry, I already know my true self. So many people limit themselves without knowing that they're doing that. When they say, I already have connected to my true self. My true self and I, we're like this. We're all buddies. We're intimate. What have I said to you guys? For those of you who've been in the Plasma Life Tribe long enough, you will know this to be true. Never assume that you know. Never, oh God, please, never assume that you've arrived. Because this is where people fall. When I have people say to me, I've tried everything and it doesn't work, what they normally do is they limit their progress, they limit their growth, they circumvent their ascension by coming in with belief systems that say, I have already forgiven, as an example. I've already opened up my chakras. I've already met my true self. I've already been in the unknown. I've already experienced unconditional love. I've already known what peace is. I've already known what harmony is. And the list goes on and on and on. When you become factual and you put a full stop at the end of that sentence and you say, I've done this thing, you've limited yourself. Growth is not going to happen now. So the unknown wants you to be humble in order to enter it. I don't know my true self, even if you've connected to your true self 1,000,000 times and had profound and deep connections. I want you today to go beyond where you've ever been before, but to go beyond where you've ever been before, you've got to admit that you've got room to travel, that you've got room for discovery, that you've got room for growth. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, exquisite, exhilarating, comforting thing when you say, I have room for growth. Now, we were taught through childhood not to say things like that. We were taught to look confident, appear confident, sound confident. Don't admit your failures. Don't admit your insecurities. Don't admit your weaknesses. Things like that. Now, there is a couple of places where you can fall instead of grow, where you can limit yourself instead of go beyond where you've ever been before. And one of the places I've just described to you is when you kind of come into this categoric statement that says, I've done this thing. Another place where you can so easily limit yourself, inhibit your growth is expectation and demand. And what I'm doing here is I'm asking you to look into yourself, into places that are uncomfortable, right? This is a little bit confrontational to the ego as we have conversations like this. Conversations that say, oh, expectation and demand. Again, so many people, the moment I talk about expectation and demand, you know what they're going to say? Oh, I don't have expectations and demands. Me, no, got none. And yet, so often, the people who believe that they are asking nothing, have no expectation and no demand, have the highest. Why? Because they're so oblivious to their own behavior, because the ego is running them and they're not. And I don't want the ego to run you. I want you to run you. But in order for that to happen, there's got to be a big shift over, a big click. It's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to evolve. And it's uncomfortable, isn't it? It's almost like, oh, I want to crawl out of my skin. It's so uncomfortable seeing these truths about ourselves, because isn't it nicer if we see all the pretty stuff? You know, isn't that what we want to see? We don't want to see all of the unconscious behaviors, except as you step into higher alignment, you get to have a moment, and please hear me when I say that, a moment where you get real and honest with yourself and brave and courageous with yourself. And you go, I see that. That's it, guys. That's it. That's it right there. I see that. I wish I had words. I wish I had words to tell you the power of that moment that I'm just describing, where you really come into cognizance and you go, wow, I'm not blaming myself. I'm not blaming another. What? I'm just seeing it. No shame is involved. No blame is involved. I'm just seeing this moment. Enlightenment is right there, right there, right there. Allow yourself to see your uncomfortable moments, whatever they are. Let yourself open your eyes to see that which is painful and uncomfortable about yourself, to see, and then, no shame, no blame, no trying to fix what you've seen, no trying to analyze and decipher. Just accept. Just accept. This is what I've seen about myself right now. This is what I've seen. And in that moment, acceptance happens and then release happens, because release requires acceptance. That's what it needs. When people say to me, I don't know how to release this thing I've been working on. You know, I've been working on something for years and years and years and years, they say. People say, and maybe you've said it too, I've been working on this thing for so long and I can't get it right. Could be a relationship you're trying to heal and forgive. Could be a trauma that you're trying to get over. Could be an old pattern that you're so sick of having. When people say, I don't know what it's going to take, you know, I keep working at this damn thing. Acceptance is the answer. That's what it's going to take. That's how you transcend pain. Is not by actually directly fixing the pain. Instead, it's by accepting that this was painful, but that pain doesn't describe you or define you. It was just a fleeting moment. But when we connect to that pain with attachment, because the pain becomes now a part of our story of who we are. Oh, look at what I lived through. Look at my experience. Look at my pain. When that level of attachment is there, oh, the ego is in a happy place. The ego is comfortable. It's puffed up on pillows and it's sitting on a lounge chair and it ain't going nowhere. It is comfy. But when you'll allow yourself to be really uncomfortable, my beautiful angels, and you push yourself there and you let yourself be there with this magic called acceptance. And you see the two big themes that I've given you so far. The one is the unknown, right? The other one is acceptance. And the two are totally interlinked. Because guess what happens every time you're presented with an opportunity, my loves? Every time you're presented with an opportunity to be in the unknown, do you know what happens? Somewhere subconsciously, you try to find the known. You try to find a reference of where you've been before that looks similar to this. Think about what you're going through in your life. Notice the part of you that's been looking for the similarities, the reference points that you can refer back to some level of known. Because the unknown is exactly that. It's unknown and therefore scary. But the deeper you allow yourself to venture into these two places, acceptance and the unknown, the deeper your discovery of the true self is going to be, and the more you're going to come into the renewal, the more you're going to come into the purification. Because why? You're not going to be carrying the known with you. One of the reasons why you cannot let go of the past is because you cannot let it down because it's holding your identity. When the past holds your identity, you can't drop it. You can't. You can only reframe it. You can only recreate it, but you absolutely cannot let that go. Acceptance is such a treasure and it's such a gift when you work with it. Some of you may have been here, right, since the very get-go. 2 years. And that means you have heard me talk about acceptance a gazillion times. So the potential exists that you're going to tune out now and you're going to go, I know what she's talking about because I've done it. I've been there. Acceptance and me, we're like that. Can you see how somebody can circumvent their growth? Can you see how somebody can limit themselves? The moment they become categoric about something and they go, I know this thing called acceptance. I want you to embrace acceptance today as if you've never done it before. Hear those words again. I want you to embrace acceptance today as if this is brand new and you've never, ever used this magical tool before. You've never, ever used this key that I'm giving you today called acceptance before. So come into the unknown with me. I'm guiding it for you. I'm holding, I was going to say a flashlight, but man, this is a floodlight and it's luminous. And that means that you're going to feel safe. That means that you're going to feel supported and guided and held because you are. And I got that floodlight on. I've got that floodlight on. But it's showing you stuff you've never seen before about you. And even right now, as I'm speaking to you, you're feeling parts of you that you don't normally feel. You're accessing wisdom in you that you don't normally access. You're finding something in the silence that's speaking to you louder than my words are. And that's you experiencing this floodlight and letting yourself come here, right here into the unknown with me. Acceptance is such a simple but misunderstood tool. Acceptance doesn't mean I condone this or even that I like this, whatever this is that you're dealing with, this pain that you're dealing with, this thing that you can't resolve. Acceptance says it just is. Whether I like it or don't like it is irrelevant to the fact that this has happened, this has occurred. And regardless of who I try to blame and shame and make wrong and justify the story and make up a story about this event that's happened, the point remains that it happened. It happened. You know the pain that you have felt in your life? It's real. It happened. That's what acceptance is. It's so simple that it eludes most people. So come into this fresh layer of acceptance with me now. And I want you to hold in your mind, a recollection and a reconnection of deep, deep, deep pain that you have held. Probably what's going to surface for you is a recent pain, probably. But just see what comes up for you as I ask you to do that. I love you all, by the way. Just thought I'd drop that in there. I'm taking a little moment to check in on your comments. I love you guys so much. You're so brave. You're so powerful. Cami, I love your comment. Cami writes, oh, wow, I've been spoiling my ego and pampering it my whole life. That is so beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. Deanna says Beyond Forgiveness course has helped her tremendously. And yeah, the Beyond Forgiveness, we really delve into acceptance. So if this conversation speaks to you, then that's a little clue that you might want to check out the Beyond Forgiveness course, which is on my shop. We're going to do a process. Oh, that's so cool. Peter Pano says, I'm on session 4 of Beyond Forgiveness. Powerful, huh, Peter? It's a really, really powerful course. Oh, wow. Lisa's redoing it. Lisa Leinen. As Lyubomir points out so brilliantly in the comments section, acceptance equals neutrality. That's exactly correct. Exactly correct. So when you step into acceptance and you build it and you grow it and you become very unconditional with it, that acceptance becomes neutrality. So I never want you to go, oh, how do I get neutral about something? What is this thing called sacred neutrality? What it is a more ultimate expression of acceptance. We're going to do some energetic work now. And to do the energetic work, I want you to be very relaxed. And that means be in a position that you're comfortable in. It could be on your bed. But if you're prone to sleeping, then that's not a good place. Then rather sit up. Just be comfortable, right? Sitting up, lying down, you know what works best for you. I want you to be comfortable. Definitely have water with you. And start with me by taking a little moment to just wiggle. Oh God, my spine loves this so much. My spine has been a little bit stiff. Oh, yeah, baby. Have your moment, okay? Have your moment and wiggle the way you know you need to. Maybe you need to move your neck. Maybe you need to rub your head. Maybe you need to create a bit of space in your back or your chest. Move how you need to move. What this is doing is bringing you into connection to the body, number 1. And it's opening your body up, number 2, for the flow of energy that you're about to experience. And this is going to be a very powerful flow. You ready? Close your eyes. Close your eyes, and I want you, please, to focus on your breath right now. And what I mean by focus on your breath is exactly this. Listen to the sound of your own breathing. And then do something beyond listening to the sound of your inhalation flowing into the exhalation. Feel. Feel how your chest expands and drops with each breath. Feel whether that's a subtle, shallow breath or a deeper breath. Whether your breaths are metered or erratic, some short, some deep. Feel. Come into the stillness, silence, presence of this moment with me here and now, and feel so deeply into your breath in a way that you don't normally connect, at a level that you don't normally get to. You're very switched on. And what I mean by that when I say to you, you're very switched on, is you are very attuned to this moment and all the subtleties it contains, and you're hearing everything so deep, so connected, so present. Your breath is where your focus is right now. You can hear it, you can feel it, you can experience it. And I want you to look for the nuances in your breath right now. For example, I want you to feel the breath just before it enters your nostrils, just before. There's this little moment where you take in air that is slightly cooler. And as it touches your nostrils and it moves up into your nasal passageways, that air warms ever so slightly because of your body warmth. You warm the air inside of you and you pass it down to your lungs. And there's this beautiful exchange. An exchange of energy, a rhythm, a pulsing. And inside your breath is something. Inside your breath is a presence, and it is a particular presence. It is the presence of the universe itself. It is the presence of God. Pure source creator consciousness inside your breath. Now, some of you are going to be really comfortable with the word God. Some of you are going to be really comfortable with the word universe. Doesn't matter what word holds resonance for you, feel that word. That ultimate creative power, the ultimate creator of all that is, that presence is inside your breath. And as you breathe right now, can you feel how you're opening and expanding? Can you feel right now how you are releasing and allowing? Can you feel right now how there is an unexpected flow and an unexpected ease? Can you feel how you anticipated that this would be harder and that you would have to do more work, be more prepared, struggle more, work more instead? Can you notice that grace is with you right now, and ease is with you right now, and divinity is in you right now? Some moments back, I said to you, bring into your mind something you've been struggling with just before we came into this real focused, real intense energetic work. Do you remember? I said, just whatever comes to your mind. Maybe it's something you've struggled with, something recent, whatever came up, whatever it was, just put it in your mind. As you feel the enormity of the waves of light that wash through you right now, you begin to see how small that thing was. And I don't mean to say it's small as in demeaning it, diminishing it, rejecting it, denying it, pushing it aside. I mean, the thing you thought was insurmountable, the thing you thought was so painful and difficult. It was all of those things. Yes, it was painful. Yes, it was difficult. And yet still, nowhere near as big. Why is that? Why can you see that? Why can you see that it was never as big as you thought that it was? Well, there's a very important reason. Because with me right now in these moments, you have something you don't normally have, and that is perspective granted to you through the connection to your vast, divine, infinite awareness. And it's an all-encompassing field of light, love, joy. And it's big. This is big. This is big. The pain that you once went through, no, that was nowhere near the vastness of the light that you are. And the light that you are, when you let yourself see how bright it's been glowing without your notice, the light that you are, when you see how it pulses, again, without you noticing, at least not until now. Man, that light is huge. Let go and connect with that light now, because it's safe for you to do that. It's safe for you to let go of your limitations and frustrations and connect ever more deeply, ever more expansively right now with the infinite, magnificent divinity that you are, with the light that you are, with the light that is brighter than you ever imagined it to be. And as much as you never intended to see yourself small, as much as you never intended that, that's what you did. You saw the small version of you, the ego-bound version of you, so tiny, so small, piddly. The vast, infinite light that is you, let it be present. And here's a gift for you right here and right now. I'm going to give you the gift. Listen up, listen real close. We always talk about acceptance, the power of acceptance. And we always apply the power of acceptance to hardship, struggle, pain, and difficulty. And I say to you, just accept what is. You've been through this now. Accept that you've been through this. Okay, here's your gift. You ready? Here's your gift. Accept that you are this light. Ooh, yeah. Oh, wow. Did you feel how we just switched gears there? Because I'm asking you to accept your divinity. Not your struggle, darkness, and pain, but your divinity, your power, the magnitude of your wisdom and your love and your light and the infiniteness or the vastness of who you are as a being of God consciousness. Accept. And a lovely way to bring acceptance is to use the following words. I am also this. Yeah, I am also this. There's a little moment of perhaps awe, but there's also just sheer acceptance. This is you accepting your divinity. This is you accepting your magnificence. And this is one of the most powerful things that you can do. And you're doing it. The next few moments are yours. Let's be still, quiet, but present. Feel the fullness of your light. This light shines so bright, it purifies the path ahead of you. And simultaneously, it dissolves the pain behind you. And everything begins to turn into light. Do you know why? Do you know why? It is because you are an alchemist and you came here to perform alchemy. This is you. This is you in this exact instant. You are being an alchemist right now. Transforming unconsciousness into consciousness, darkness into light, and pain into pleasure. Witness the light that you are. Accept that the light that you're seeing is actually bigger than you can see. And yes, your light is gold. Accept how this light renews you and purifies you, and the gift that you've just received. Deep breath, deep, deep, beautiful, loving breath as you acknowledge, my dearest God, my body is the house of this light. Can you acknowledge that? Can you accept that? My body is the home of this gold frequency. My body is perfectly equipped to house this gold frequency. Can you accept? My body, light leaks from my body. Light fills my body. My body is fueled by, let yourself accept this. Let yourself accept these words for you. My body is fueled by infinite consciousness and life force and vitality, and it is renewed and purified and swept clean and realigned to its original blueprint. Hormones reset, recalibrated. Neural pathways rewired, refired. Lymphatic system flowing, drainage points opening. Blood flow circulating, oxygenating, life force illuminating. Lungs filled with so much capacity, your chest bursting with ease, your limbs, extensions of your light, reaching out into this world to carry your presence and your essence and the message of your divinity. You are the message of your divinity. It's not words. It's not words. You are the messenger and the message. Your joints oiled with this liquid golden elixir. Recalibration and renewal at the physical level, at the emotional level, at the spiritual level, at the mental level, acceptance thereof. Feel these words within you. I accept this. I accept this to be true because I am also this gold light. I am also this infinite, recharged, supremely calibrated, divine golden light essence, core being. I accept that I am also this. I accept that my body is leaking this light into the path ahead of me, and it trickles into the path ahead of me, and it flows into the path behind me, and it dissolves and it resolves everything that was undone, unkept, unexplained, unexplored. And it brings it into cohesion, and it brings it into gold light harmony. And the path ahead of me is literally paved in gold. The path ahead is paved in gold. Can you feel that? Path ahead is paved in gold. And you are the originator. You, as God source consciousness, are the originator of this gold that courses through you, that flows through you, that lights the world up through you, through your body. And here you are accepting. I accept that this is what is. Purification and renewal. I accept this peace that I am, this love that I am, this light that I am. Feel your name. Feel your name inside your body. I am. Feel those two words, I am, and then say silently, inwardly to yourself your name, I am, and your first name, and feel the fullness of that statement. Feel how your name has just expanded and become bigger and become more, because why? You're dropping the false identity and you are assuming the true identity now. And it enriches your name. Move your body. Grace, flow, and ease. Move your body until you feel ready to open your eyes. And when you do, be deliberate, be slow, and be gentle. Looking around the room for traces of that beautiful golden presence that you have left everywhere. The traces of gold that you've left are woven into the walls, sewn into your clothes, held solidly inside your furniture. And is everywhere around you. Tara, you've got it, darling. Tara's comment says, I am everything and nothing. I feel such divine peace. How about you? What do you feel? What did that open up for you? Thank you, Juniper. Humbled. Yobamir says, humbled. I feel the love, the pulsing love from my heart into yours. Let go of your demands. Let go of your expectations. And you know what you're going to find? Listen to this. If you can let go of your demands and expectations, you're going to find every piece of gold, every gem, every treasure beyond your wildest dreams. You're going to find more than you could ever have dared to ask for. Once you've let go of that desperate, demanding place that the ego lives in, that insatiable place that the ego lives in, because you know the ego is insatiable, right? No matter how much you give the ego, it's never going to be satiated. It's never full. The ego, Brian, my beautiful husband, he calls it the hungry ghost. The hungry ghost, it's never going to be full. You, however, are beginning to take solid form in your body. And as that occurs, miracles occur and riches, and I mean riches at every conceivable level, emotionally, vibrationally, spiritually, physically. Imagine the healing potential that you're capable of. Imagine the monetary windfalls, treasures, and financial wealth that you're capable of stepping into. The treasures of emotional healing and well-being that you are put here on this planet to radiate out and vibrate out to the world. Imagine all of that you're here to participate in. From my heart straight into yours, I love you, and I'm so proud of you for showing up today.